Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today we have a Netflix review for the new original film Lost Girls. So Lost Girls was directed by Liz Garbus, and it follows the story of a mother whose daughter has gone missing, and as she uncovers certain things throughout the film, she joins together with other mothers and sisters of women who have gone missing as well. The film is inspired by and based on true events, so it's a true crime story that definitely has some thriller elements throughout the film as well. Amy Ryan plays Mari Gilbert, who is the mother whose daughter has gone missing, the main character in the film. And Amy Ryan's great. I pretty much only know her from The Office, but she was great in that, and obviously this is a very serious role for her, so she did really well in this film. She was definitely the stand-up performance in this film, 100%. One of the things I definitely had a lot of respect for with regards to this film is that they definitely cared about the story. They took a lot of great care when telling the story on the screen, and they were definitely sensitive to certain elements of the story as well, and that definitely comes across throughout the film. And you can just tell that the filmmakers really did care, and they were trying to just portray as the best they could how crazy the story was and how sad it was for the people who were involved in the story. So I'll give the film credit for that. However, for me personally, I thought this film, it didn't really go anywhere with the storyline. I felt like it was a pretty slow burn with very little resolution to certain things. And maybe that is because of the actual true story that the film is based on. I haven't gone and done my research into that, so I don't know what actually happens in real life. I don't know what happened in reality with regards to the story. I don't know what the outcome was. But I thought for this movie, personally, it didn't feel like there was much of a resolution towards the end, and that there was a lot of build-up to very little conclusion. There's also a part of this film where they do this quite a big time jump, which also just felt really out of place, and I personally didn't really feel it fit with the story that well, or at least the story they were trying to tell in the film. For me personally, I feel like this story could have worked a lot better as a Netflix documentary series or film. I know Netflix do an absolutely incredible job with their documentaries, and they really just portray information really, really well, and it's really high quality and stuff like that. So I personally feel like this story could have worked a bit better as a documentary. That's my personal opinion. There are even segments throughout this film where they have actually taken either interviews or news segments from reality and put it into the film. So those parts worked really well in the film, but I thought it could have worked even better as a full-on documentary without having any actors or I guess like movie narrative attached to it. I think it could have worked really well as a documentary. That's just my personal opinion. That being said, I still think it is one of the better Netflix films that have come out recently. I know Netflix films are either a hit and miss. I'd say this one's about like in the middle. Wasn't great, wasn't terrible, but yeah, for me personally, I thought it didn't really go anywhere as a movie. Some really great performances in the film, but there wasn't really much of a conclusion. And although the film is definitely engaging at the beginning, for me personally, I didn't really feel like the film went anywhere afterwards. However, if you are into true crime sort of stories and films, I would definitely recommend watching it. You might enjoy it a bit more than I did. It is really interesting, and it's obviously really sad as well, just to know what some of these families and these mothers and sisters went through. It's really tragic and really horrible. And again, I just want to say that I think the filmmakers did a really good job in portraying those stories from that perspective. I think they were really sensitive to the people's, I guess, stories within the film, if that makes sense. So they were really respectable with regards to the people they were portraying in the film. So I'll give them credit for that. Thank you so much for watching this movie review, guys. I really do appreciate it. Check out Lost Girls if you're interested in true crime films. And if you have seen it, let me know what you think about it in the comments down below. If you have not yet seen it or you're not going to see it, why won't you be seeing it? I would love to know that as well. I'm hoping to have a few more Netflix reviews out this weekend. We'll have to wait and see about that. But thank you so much for joining me for this one. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye bye.